Welcome. We are at the Goethe Institute Auditorium, halfway through Dramalogue, the second edition. The chief guest for this wonderful festival organized by Goethe Institute is none other than the legendary Mr. Mahesh Dattani. Through this presentation with the Hindu, we'd like to have a conversation with the man and of course the participants, a few of the participants in the festival. I have a few questions to you, sir. And starting off with the very obvious one, how's your experience been in the last 3 days?
Well, Dushyanth, it always constantly amazes me as to how much talent there is in our country, and which is evident in intercollegiate festivals. And for me, the workshop is as much a learning experience as it is imparting, some training to the participants, because it helps me get back to the fundamentals of theatre, which is, expression. And young people have so much to say, and they want to say it, which is a very good thing. And they're out to have their place in the sun. And that is always a very energizing moments to be a part of, and it gives me an enormous kick that I'm a part of that in some way.
So, I'd like to ask you, what is one factor that is really promising of the 6 plays and of course the plays to come? Do you think that will go a long way in inculcating the aspect of taking theatre more seriously?
Absolutely. I think, as you rightly pointed out, simple things done right, nothing can beat that. No matter what profession you choose, whether tomorrow you may not do theatre, but you might become a chartered accountant or some, some head honcho of some major corporate conglomerate or whatever. But simple things done right. I think theatre is wonderful to help you understand a kind of microstructure very well. That it involves all the skills that you could possibly think of, either in the corporate world, in the social world, in your spiritual world. You're talking about administrative skills, you're talking about creative skills, you're talking about empathy, you're talking about communication skills. So you name it, and all those skills are incorporated in theatre practices. So I think this is very good grounding, number one. And it's I'm of the old-fashioned belief that if you have a strong foundation, no matter what you build on it, it will be firm.
We need a little bit of old-fashioned these days, don't we?
I think so, yeah.
So, why I picked on that is because considering how fast the world is becoming with the influx of technology, the numerous times the social media has been quoted, and with that, just multiplying by the day, by the hour, by the second, where does theatre find its relevance in the coming days?
I think it's just the other way around.
Yes.
That I feel that the more disintegrated our lifestyles become through technology, because technology gives us the tools for communications but takes away the need for communication, because it helps us isolate ourselves. Everything is available to us through through the net, through our smartphones, through our tablets, and through our whatever new gadget that's out in the market. But it also disintegrates us from the very basic need for human connection. And I think theatre has that to offer. If at all there is anything theatre offers, it's human connection.
A communion.
Yes, and I think it's the importance of that connection is only going to grow. And as we lead these very disintegrated lifestyles, the importance of theatre is only going to grow. It can never reduce.
So, on that note, I think we'll go to the future of theatre.
I read a lot of autobiographies and biographies so that I get to imbibe characteristics from great people, eminent people, so that I can inculcate certain values. I have not read any such biography or autobiography of a theatre personality. Now that I take part in theatre and I do a little bit of theatre, I'd like to know how your struggles, if at all you had, in your times in the pursuit of theatre, and if at all you had, how you overcame it and became the famous person you are right now?
I think it's wonderful that you're interested in reading biographies, because one learns, from honest biographies. Yes, like everyone else, I've had my struggles. The first one being my choice of profession. Like, when I was, in my 20s, my parents were hugely concerned when I told them I'd rather pursue theatre, and at that time, remember, there weren't even the opportunities you have today. So I had to prove it to them that I will conduct workshops and I will be able to earn a living. May not earn as much as my father did, but I will survive. So I think to me the biggest challenge was to prove myself in the profession of theatre. And I think that challenge helped me grow as an artist. So if I had to pat myself on the back, I would say that I took on those challenges in a positive way. There are other challenges that I did not take on in a positive way, and I had to pay the price for it a little later, but I'm not going to tell you that because I want to inspire you, right? So coming to your question, I think yes, honest biographies definitely, and I would recommend the autobiography of Zora Segal called Close Up. And Zora Segal was loosely the inspiration for my play Where Did I Leave My Padda. Here's a remarkable theatre actress who celebrated her 100th birthday. She has been through several challenges, but at the same time she always celebrates life, even in the present. And I think that's why she's lived to be 100, and may she live more. So I think there is a lot to learn from these biographies.